All right, what is up, guys? Welcome to the third Vicarious episode. Today's December 1st. So you know what that means, guys. Everyone's rolling out the Christmas stuff. They're rolling out the decorations. There's a lot of bad movies on TV. You guys know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. I'd like to reflect on the good movies, good Christmas movies. Like Christmas Vacation is a banger for Christmas movies. What's another one? Home Alone. Home Alone 2. I don't think Home Alone 3 is Christmas. Might not be a Christmas, but Home Alone 3 is not too bad. Is Home Alone 2 Christmas too? Oh, yeah, it is. He's in New York. He's ripping it up. He's using his dad's credit cards to buy a extra large cheese pizza. Yeah, it's December 1st. We have to talk about Christmas movies. I'd say Home Alone steals it. I think a close second would be Vegas Vacation, or not Vegas Vacation, Christmas Vacation. What's another good Christmas movie other than all the great Hallmark movies we have now for Christmas? It's like, what are some other good Christmas movies, guys? I'm trying to think of some. Oh yeah, A Christmas Story's good. You'll Shoot Your Eye Out, Kid. That's a banger too. I like that one. But yeah, Home Alone. Home Alone just kind of stole the show for almost movies in general. I mean, those two are just standalone good. Macaulay Culkin's a beast, kid actor. And then also too, Joe Pesci's in those. What the fuck? You know? And then I forget the other guy's name. He was in City Slickers, but he was like the other wet bandit to Joe Pesci. I forget his name, but he's a good actor too. He was the guy that got electrocuted in Home Alone 2. And yeah, Home Alone 2 was almost like a horror movie almost. Like Home Alone 1, like the pranks were a little more childish, I feel like. And Home Alone 2 just... Oh, sorry. I blew right into the mic. Home Alone 2 has almost like a Saw, like an early Saw movie, you know? Ooh, it's weird, dude. Like if you really look at it for what it is, just like we were talking about with Air Bud a couple episodes ago, if you really dive into it as like a standalone storyline, it's really goofy, you know? It's really weird. But yeah, I mean, like Home Alone 2 could totally be a horror movie. It's so scary. And Joe Pesci, man, like he gets lit on fire in the first one and the second one, right? Don't they both have the torch, the fire torch? And then yeah, so Home Alone 2 had the aunt's house that he set up. The first one had his house. And that's maybe why it was a little more brutal, kind of the setup of the second one, where he had like all of this weird like renovation stuff to mess with instead of just like house stuff, you know? Because like the first one, he like, I'd say one of the crazier things he did in Home Alone 1 was like the paint, you know, with you know, throwing the paint down the stairs, or no, having it tied on a string. That's what it was. He had it on a string. Nasty stuff. But yeah, Home Alone 2 was pretty gross too. You know what? They're both crazy as fuck. We're gonna put that up there on tier 1 as they're both weird and horror-ish, but they kind of since they have the Christmas stuff in it, it kind of molds in. It's kind of like a Outcast Hey Ya thing. You know what I mean? Where the lyrics are really fucked up and deep, but then it's a pop song too. So Home Alone is kind of in that realm for sure. Excuse me, guys. I'm just gonna get some water. Yeah, Christmas is coming up. The decorations are coming out. A lot of people like to do decorations right after Thanksgiving. I think that's the time of the year that people like to do it. I would say never get decorations out if you can. Leave them in the basement forever. But that seems appropriate. I think there were people getting them out like stores were getting Christmas stuff out after Halloween. Like that's crazy. Like Halloween, really? I really think even after Thanksgiving, that's a little much. Like, do it like a couple weeks before Christmas, you know? If you even do it, like, in my head, I think it's insane that there's people that have like, a part of their house that's just for part of the year decorations. I think that's crazy, but I'm just so simple, simple things. All right. So this week, not only being the start of December, start of the Christmas season, we're going to be enjoying all the beautiful, shitty Hallmark Christmas movies. We'll make fun of all of them. But also, this week, guys and gals, the news broke that Liver King, yes, the world famous Liver King, is not natural. Who knew? He looked like a Baywatch guy, but oh, it's crazy. No, this guy's, I mean, he's kind of a meme of the whole kind of Instagram, TikTok, fitness influence kind of industry or kind of era we're in, where, someone who's on obviously a crazy amount of gear is trying to sell products that, yeah, they may make you healthier, but like you're not going to be looking like Liver King ancestral, So it's really funny that people have to see, these emails, and they have to see all this documentation to realize that he really wasn't natural when it came to performance enhancing drugs, So it's really funny how people have to see, tons of proof before they say, oh yeah, that's, he's full of shit, It's like, I really don't think it was the, what is it? Like the raw diet stuff he's doing. I really don't think that's what it was, It was definitely some, there's definitely some goodies in what he does. But yeah, just like I was saying, he's kind of an embodiment of the whole fitness culture, where, someone's going to sell you a protein or pre-workout, something that's going to, cost very low, and they can sell for high. And, as long as they have their picture on the post, it looks like, since they're doing that, they're going to look, they're huge through that. And it's, we all know where they're getting huge from. It's, hard work in the gym, but it's also using the drugs, which, for some athletes and some sports, I think it's almost a necessity. I know with MMA, it's almost like a unwritten thing where you're going to have a lot of people that are doing PEDs just by way of how the sport deteriorates humans, But I really think with MMA especially, I really think there's becoming a time now, because there's been people that have been bailed out because of their status in the sport. I think you're starting to see that talk go out of the mainstream, because it's pretty obvious that a lot of people are doing it, almost like in other pro sports. There was a time where in the NFL, everybody was getting popped for something, that might have been on purpose or wasn't on purpose, or maybe they got it from a sports or from their team doctor or something, and they didn't know it was on the banned list or something like that. But excuse me, guys. But I really think there's, in a lot of mainstream sports, you're seeing that storyline kind of dissipate, just because when it comes to PEDs, it definitely seems to me, I haven't done a ton of research on this, but I definitely watch my sports, and I know that, hey, if someone has some sort of stack that's going to keep them going and that's going to avoid injury, it would almost be better for the sport in a way. I think, with the sport of baseball, obviously it doesn't look good ever when somebody has PEDs in their system, because of how the A-Rod and the McGuire stuff popped off. People see, definitely with baseball, it doesn't make sense. But I mean, look at their schedules, dude, like them and hockey. But yeah, I mean, definitely in MMA too. I mean, you think about what someone has to do, basically what their body goes through in a fight camp. And that's not even including the weight cuts they do. And imagine doing that without some sort of, recoup, enhancer or something, so it seems like a lot of sports would actually benefit from this, so it's kind of ironic that sports like to demonize people for that, because I really think in every professional sport, you're gonna have teams that can afford that, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see with the Liver King stuff. It's really funny though, because really before I realized that he had a bunch of like businesses, that he was heading up, I honestly thought he was some kind of, someone hired him as like an actor, because it made sense that, okay, you have this brand and no one knows who this guy is, came out of nowhere. And, the dude's ripped and he's shredded and he has this look to him. He's a beast, he's a physical beast. Woo! And then, now he's selling like, liver tablets or whatever, all these supplements that are, based on, weird parts of animals. But yeah, I honestly thought he was some sort of actor, some conglomerate came to him or maybe they auditioned people or something, but I was pretty close. It seems like he did it for his own brand, to be honest with you. Like that's, if that's not the case, if he's not like a fictional person in real life, like, he has to be doing it for his own brands. And that's exactly what these emails said. If you don't know, what came out this week, there were a lot of emails that he was sending back and forth to a trainer who I believe is a friend of, More Plates, More Dates. He had a huge expose on this, I think maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday, been a couple days ago. So definitely check that out if you're into Liver King drama and lore, because I'm sure eventually he'll deserve a Netflix doc or something. He's kind of a meme. He's a living meme. But it's definitely funny too seeing all this footage of him on podcasts, because he's almost like he almost trolls like Trump or Musk, just kind of being ironic all the time, and you just don't know what he's talking about. And then people ask him, real questions, and he it's kind of weird how he answers them. So I really think that was a big giveaway too, to what he's been up to. And plus too, it's like, dude, like you can do that same kind of lifestyle and be fit and not have a certain body type too. Like you can just kind of tell he has almost like a PED body. You know what I mean? Like I just think, when it comes to like shoulders and things like that, like I'm obviously not a, some sort of, I'm definitely not an expert in this at all, but it definitely seems like if someone's like delts are just like crazy looking, it's like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know if you can do that naturally, or just you're genetically, have big shoulders, but there's definitely, I'm sure when people kind of do kind of a natty or not in their head, they kind of go, okay, there's kind of pointers they look at, and I'm sure like, things about, upper body stuff and, things like that. So yeah, it's very interesting. Definitely check it out on your own time. I wanted to keep that short and sweet along with all the stuff that we're talking about with Christmas movies. We'll be talking about that more. I'm currently diving into a new movie series. Well, not a new movie series, but, I don't think I've ever watched every movie of this movie series. I'm not going to give away the title yet. I want to get these. Hold on, guys. Gonna get that burp. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I don't want to give away the movie series. I think the first one was like in 2000, but the franchise went maybe like 2011, 2012. So I'm going to watch those movies. That'll be on next week's podcast. I'm going to fill everybody in on the juicy movies that I'll be watching. Been watching the first 2 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. I remember seeing on and off that series with a roommate of mine. Must have been like 10 years ago. So I've never watched it all the way through. So Sons of Anarchy is beast. Check it out if you have, what is it, Hulu? I think it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu. That's a beast. Kind of has like a, obviously it's a motorcycle gang kind of storyline. But I mean, there's definitely like, it definitely has like Breaking Bad feels. It has like, Godfather type feels, so definitely cool shit. If you like if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check out Sons. But yeah, for next week, I'm gonna give away the movie series that I've been up to this weekend. And also too, I've been getting the Patreon page up. I've decided what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with just one. We're gonna start with just one price tier. It'll be almost like if you're doing an ESPN Plus or you're doing like a Hulu or Netflix membership. You just get you get that open door with one price, and then you're just getting all the stuff that I offer bonus. So we're gonna start with unreleased music. So that music has never been on YouTube, Spotify, anything like that. It'll be exclusive just to Patreon. And then also we'll probably do, I'm thinking maybe a bonus podcast, something like that. And then, early merch stuff like that. So I'll slowly be building up the perks and stuff like that. And if you guys have any recommendations, definitely put them in the comments below. Whatever you guys think about Liver King, put in the comments below. What are some of your favorite Christmas movies? Put them in the comments below. But yeah, I think that would be good for kind of a good start would be, having, unreleased music. It'll all be mixed and mastered. It won't be demo. So it's going to be worth the money with just that stuff. And then I may do a bonus app. I may do a bonus podcast app every week for Patreon, or I'll do I don't know. I want to do the music just for the YouTube or just for the public stuff now. So yeah, maybe a bonus episode. Maybe we'll switch it up and do different stuff. But yeah, we'll do something like that, and then we'll just kind of keep it. We'll just kind of keep it one tier, and every Patreon gets the same stuff, right? I think that's fair. Oh, and then we'll do like a thank you list. We'll do like a Patreon thank you list. I like seeing that on YouTube, so it looks really cool. So that'll be like after every podcast or something like that, or maybe after the music one too. After every full music show and full podcast. Yes. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Next week, I'm gonna fill you in on the movie series I've been up to. I'm gonna keep it secret till next week. And until then, stay cool, guys.